What's up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, everybody. Come join us.
I mean, how silly is that, man? We're talking about practice.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you. Let the celebration begin.
What's up, everybody? Merry Christmas Eve. Happy holidays to you all. Welcome into another edition of A2D Wednesday Nights, brought to you by Specialized Physical Therapy, our doc. Make them yours. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Tell them the boys at A2D sent you. They'll take care of you. Ryan Alizik, Noah Eaton, Tommy will be with us here shortly. I'm Greg Milakvic. We got a quick little show for you today here on Christmas Eve, just to bring you into the Christmas day. Santa joining us here shortly. We'll see. It's about close to midnight. We'll get the Santa thoughts. But later in the show, we'll talk about some Sixers. Laid a dud here the other last night against the Nets. Got the Bulls coming up. We'll talk about it. Score predictions, players, games for Sunday nights or Sunday afternoons game with the Bills. We'll talk about it. And the main topic at hand, which plays into our poll question, is the Pro Bowl selection, Jordan Davis being snubbed. Jordan Davis, or the Pro Bowl voters, I'm sorry, deserve coal for snubbing Jordan Davis. Do you agree or disagree? Join the conversation. Find us Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. That's where we're live. Anywhere you get your podcast, you can join us there as well. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have fun with this one. But Jordan Davis definitely should be on the Pro Bowl. He should have at least been there over Jalen Carter himself. But yeah, so of course we're going to agree. But I will say this though as well. I don't mind the fact that they gave him this little boost of energy, right? This little boost of chip on the shoulder-ish, if you want to call it, right? Get him a little pissed off for this stretch run. To say, hey, you don't think I'm a Pro Bowler right now? Well, wait till you see what I do here with the last two games of the regular season and then the playoffs. So hopefully that turns out in our favor. But yes, for this fun-sided poll question, I'm going to agree. Give all the Pro Bowl voters all the coal that they need and deserve because they got this one wrong. Join in, fam. Tell us what you like. Boys, have at it. Merry Christmas to you guys. Merry Christmas to the fam out there. I know I probably said that once, but it's a jolly time of the year. Ho, ho, ho. We got Santa coming. We got to get in and out before Santa comes.
Absolutely. I flew to Florida this morning, so I can understand how Santa feels flying around the entire world every day.
Yeah, right?
I was up at 5 a.m. That's early, man. If he's out there, I can't even imagine. He's up for 24 hours straight. That's a lot.
Yeah, isn't it funny too, real quick? Isn't it funny though how even though it's just a 2.5, 3 hour flight, but how much it wipes you out just traveling? Can you imagine?
It was.
Can you imagine the big dog? The big dog's probably going nuts.
Yeah, man. I'd take a 2-hour nap today. I was wiped out. I can't believe that guy goes 24 hours straight. That's insane. It's wild. Yeah, man. No, I have to agree with Paul, man. Again, if you're just looking at it, again, Leonard Williams has had a pretty good year. Quentin Williams had a pretty good year too, I guess. But Jordan Davis, that dude's been awesome, especially compared to Jalen Carter. I think Jalen Carter's had a down year as compared to a guy Jordan Davis, who's really taken a step up this year in opinions based off what our expectations were for him. He obviously thinned out. He's already got a career high in tackles. He's already got a career high in sacks. If you're going to pick somebody else over him, then okay, show me different stats and stuff. But compared to Jordan Davis has been the best DT on the Eagles this year compared to Jalen Carter. Now, Jalen Carter probably has better, metrics, and he's a better player and will be a better player overall. At least we hope so. But Jordan Davis has absolutely had the better year. 100%. So I find it very hard to believe, outside of the name recognition that Jalen Carter has over Jordan Davis, that he should have made the Pro Bowl over him. So have to absolutely agree to the poll. I think it's more of a, oh, look, I know this guy's name. Let me check his name off on the list today. Let's go with that one. So
yeah, it's
nuts.
funny. It's funny you bring up Quinn Williams too. I think that's Fugazi, right? I think that's Fugazi from the voters to give him an NFC spot on this. And plus, he wasn't playing that great of a year anyway.
Yeah,
he hasn't had that great of a year, and he's been hurt the last 2 weeks. Like you talk about, Jalen Carter's been hurt for a month. Quinn Williams has already missed games in Dallas. So how are you giving him an NFC spot?
Again, I think it comes down to it's the name recognition thing again, right? Everyone knows who Quinn Williams is. Like,
it's a popularity contest, guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about a pre-show. Vic Fangio said it the other day, where like, look, if you actually want to get the people who deserve to be in the Pro Bowl, go get former coaches, former players, former scouts. Have those guys who like don't have a vested interest anymore in voting, versus everybody who, in Vic Fangio's words, everybody and their mother has a vote of their own.
Yep.
So let's I think it's the same thing with like the MLB All-Star Game, NBA All-Star Game. Like the guys who have the name recognition, those are the guys that go all the time. Which, for what it's worth, a lot of the time, like those guys are superstars. You want to see them playing these games, right? But it's really annoying, especially in baseball to me, when a guy who's having a really, really good year, but like he doesn't get to go because somebody like, Bryce Harper's in front of him, or Juan Soto, or again, Mike Trout. Again, like these guys who again are very, very good. I don't want to say they're not good, but like somebody who's got 5 more home runs and 15 more RBIs and 6 more doubles, he should probably get in over this other guy who's been a staple of being a pro or all-star or whatever you're going to do.
Absolutely.
Now, hopefully this is all null and void in a couple months where they're busy that week, so they can't play anyway. But again, it's a little fugazi that an Eagle that isn't Jordan Davis is going to the Pro Bowl for defensive tackle.
Yes. Noah?
Yeah, I mean, to your point, Ryan, I hope the 5 Eagles that did get voted in, I hope they don't have to worry about going. I hope they're preparing.
100%.
I hope they're preparing for Super Bowl 60. All right, because that's the eye on the prize. That's the prize we're going after here. As far as the voters, of course they deserve Cole for that. I mean, Jordan Davis has had a great year. He absolutely got snubbed. But look, the bottom line is there's for all 53 Philadelphia Eagles, there should be one goal in mind. One. And that's to hoist the Lombardi Trophy in February. And, as far as our recent play, I'm encouraged, but I still need to see more. And we
have a good setup this week against the playoff team. So
absolutely,
a little bit of the same.
Yes, this is going to be a very good barometer. And not only that, the Buffalo Bills, they're fighting for a division title here. I mean, they desperately need this game. So, I mean, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think there's still an outside shot that if they were to come back and claim the division from the Pats, that not only do they get the home playoff game that comes with it, they still have a shot at a first-round bye and the number 1 seed. So I
think they need some help from the Broncos, but I think there's still a shot.
Get it, but there's still quite a bit out there for them. So we're gonna have our hands full Sunday, and I'm looking forward to seeing where we're really at, and because I mean we're not gonna find anything on January 4th, the final game of Commander. I mean that's essentially a preseason game. We're gonna be resting our guys and getting ready for the playoffs. So.
Well, I mean, we'll see.
But
we'll see. Most likely, but we'll see. Yeah,
that game might mean something for the Eagles if they win this week. There's and say the Bears lose. There's an outside shot.
Everything depends on like what happens this week. If the Eagles can beat Buffalo and the Bears lose, then there's everything to play for next week. So we'll see.
But we're playing a Super Bowl contender this week, and
are they?
I'll be honest. I think this is the kind of year where there is no one great team this year.
I don't disagree.
But there's a lot of good ones though.
But the Bills have had some really, really bad losses.
Dude, they had a stinker.
I think they might have the three worst losses on the year.
Definitely.
Hey, look, all I know is that Josh Allen cost me a decent amount in fantasy this past week, man. So that's what I'm talking about. Okay.
And he's awesome, but I mean, there's times where they could be had, right? I mean, they lost to the Falcons. That's atrocious.
I mean, we can agree though.
Who did they lose? So let's go through. They lost to the Dolphins. That's atrocious.
That's a terrible loss.
And they looked just as anemic against the Texans. And yes, the Texans have a really good defense, but their offense is garbage.
Yeah.
The Texans' offense is garbage. But let's real quick before we get too deep into it. What up, Poe? Merry Christmas, brother. Ryan chimed in.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Greg Miller. What's up, Greg? Absolutely. Merry Christmas, everybody. Jordan Davis and I will take the Super Bowl trophy for Rick and Zenzi. Absolutely, Greg. That's where we're going. And then KZ chimes in with a Greg takeover. Yeah, we're here. We're here, KZ. We're here for the fam. I know Tommy's got some Santa duties that he's finishing up with, so he'll be with us here in a bit. But real quick, before we get too deep into the Bills talks, let's just throw the other guys out there, right? The other Eagles are Cam Jurgens, Jalen Carter, Zach Bond, and then our two puppies, our two show ponies in the back. Cooper and Quinion are your Eagles Pro Bowls.
So,
I think another snub you can go into. You could go Lane Johnson, who's having a great year before he got banged up. And, you want to talk about just on that D-line alone. Mario Jomo's having a great year as well. So Jalen Carter got in over two guys that have better stats than Jalen. You know what I mean? Than himself. And again, a lot of Jalen is the illusion or the allure that he's there. You know what I mean? And he's getting double teamed so other guys can eat, which is all fine and good. But he's also missed a month now. So these guys are eating without him, and they have been eating without him. There was no drop-off this year as there was in previous years, right? We saw the drop-off in game one because that was something new against the Cowboys, right? You knew you were getting the Cowboys' best shot on game one. You knew there was a whole bunch of exterior emotions because it was banner night and all that stuff that goes with kicking off the season as defending champs. But this last month that Jalen Carter has been out, we have not seen a dip in production. In fact, we've probably gone up on the defensive line with the production. And you want to talk about that, him going out coincides real closely with BG coming back, with Jalen Phillips being acquired, with Nolan Smith coming back, and with Nakobe Dean coming back, right? So all of those guys coming back helped eliminate the drop in production that Jalen Carter you usually get when Jalen Carter's out. And again, that's not a slight to Jalen Carter. He is awesome. But just like on the offensive line with Lane Johnson, you usually see a drop in production or a drop in pressure or a drop in whatever when Jalen Carter's out. And we didn't see it this year, and I'm stoked about it because that's an awesome thing for this defensive line.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think there's a positive and a negative to that in the sense where, okay, cool, you don't need to have Jalen Carter in there in order to, have him be double teamed in order to generate pressure, right? But obviously, you getting him back this week will theoretically make it a lot easier for those other guys to eat, right? But you've also seen, like, from BG specifically, right? Like, he's never really played the DT spot. He's had 3 sacks in the last 2 weeks out of the DT spot, which is great.
Didn't he have like 3 sacks in like 10 snaps? Like, didn't it work out between the 2 games like that?
Yeah, it was nuts. Yeah, like, again, he's really good out of that spot because he's a little bit shiftier. He'd get around a little with some of these bigger guys, which is good. And then those younger guys who, not for nothing, like, okay, hey, my boy's out. I got to step up a little bit, and they were able to rise to the challenge. So you love to see that. But yeah, I mean, like, it's very good to see from the D line that you're able to succeed without a guy who should be the best player on your defense.
Mm-hmm.
And realistically, their lives are a lot easier because of two other guys that have made the Pro Bowl in Quignon and Coop, who are Coop is without a doubt the best slot corner in the league, right? And Quignon is showing that if he's not the best, he's top 3, right? Because he's been insane this year, right? And I think the biggest thing about being a cornerback in the NFL is if you do not hear your name. It's the same thing as being like a tackle, right? If I don't know your name, you're amazing. You're so good, right? So like we were picking on Adoree early in the year, and like everybody else who's played that other cornerback spot, you haven't heard Quignon's name at all. You haven't heard Coop's name at all. Obviously, Coop had a pick this past week, so these guys are just doing their job, locking down essentially the number 1 guy, and then your shiftiest receiver. And then the only guy that you can attack per se is a Dory Jackson or whoever your second cornerback is, or maybe a linebacker who's covering a tight end, right? So
Quignon
being able to only rush,
he never gets flagged.
Right? It's great. They've been so good.
Except for the Chargers game.
Wow.
And that was a weak one.
You don't get targeted in the NFL. If you don't get targeted in the NFL, you're amazing.
Yeah.
You're so good. And that's Quignon Mitchell this year, which is phenomenal. So you got to attack either an outside corner who's probably playing your weaker wide receiver, or Cooper DeJean, who's the best slot corner in the league. So phenomenal job by those guys.
And with all that, Adoree's raised his game.
Yeah,
right?
he's been
we don't
a
talk
lot
about
better
Adoree.
second half of the year.
We don't
exactly.
We don't talk about him because since the bye, he's been really, really good.
He has been, absolutely.
And unlike early in the year, when he does get picked on and does get beat, it's not beat for many yards. He's usually right there in stride with him. So I mean, Coop and Q have been absolutely insane. And I think you're right. I think they are. I think Coop is the best slot guy. He's got
again, like the only guys like now, like Pat Surtain's really good. Obviously, there's a couple other guys you could argue who are in that like top discussion, but Q is right there. And for him being a guy coming out of a small school and like it's his second year in the league and he's this good, phenomenal. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, and to be honest, that was a lot of what people missed with him with the draft projection and what type of production you were going to get from him in the pros, right? He was obviously in that area of the draft was being compared to Terry and Arnold, and he is head and shoulders above Terry and Arnold. But you were just like, you're sitting there and what is this cornerback out of Toledo going to give you when Terry and Arnold's going up against the best every week in the SEC and Bama, right? And then we started hearing Saban. I tried to get him every chance we had, right? I wanted to get him here, blah, 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 blah. Then you're like, all right, maybe we got a good one here. And boy, is he good at it. Oh. So you're right. It's great to see that they both got their
story about Q there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bam. I believe after his first or second year at Toledo, he had a chance to transfer to Alabama. Mm-hmm. And actually, he remained loyal to his school, which shows his character, because Toledo's was the one that gave him a shot, that 100%. Offered him that ride. And, he stuck with it and, of course, finished out his career his college career at Toledo. But that tells you the character of that kid. And
it sure does. You're absolutely right.
He could have, and nobody would have blamed him for bolting for Alabama, because Saban, even after Saban was trying to lure him down to Tuscaloosa to transfer there. And, to Q's credit, he made the most out of what he had at Toledo, and he sure is so far turned it into a great NFL career here in the early going here in Philly.
No, absolutely. And shout out to Coop too. Obviously, like I think we talk more about Coop than we do about Q, just because he gets more targets and he's he's the Jackie Robinson of slot corners nowadays, right? When everybody like coming out of the draft, like obviously he was just as talented as like Cooper DeJean or these other guys that were or not Cooper, Jesus Christ, Quinion, and like these other guys that were coming out of the draft. And like obviously he played at Iowa. It's a very good defensive school, right? But everyone's like, oh, can he play corner? Oh, can he play corner? Oh, can he play corner? Does he have to play safety? Right? Dude's been a lockdown corner this year. Like last year when he came in after the injury, he was great. And this year he's been nuts too. And not for nothing, hopefully we don't drop any clips before my mom sees this, but I got Cooper DeJean or my mom a Cooper DeJean shirt.
Oh, there you go.
So, I only get studs for my mom. I only get studs for my mom. Because she's like, oh, I know who he is. Like, yep, here you go.
Yeah,
perfect.
there you go.
So, like, hey, look, you know who he is. The guy's a stud. He's not going anywhere for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Let's go. All
a couple years ago, I got my mom a Kelly Green Kelsey jersey. And
my mom has one of those too, actually.
Yeah, before retired, but it doesn't matter that he's retired. It's like you said though, it's a name, right? It's a name that's going to live around. Mm-hmm. And at least he didn't go somewhere else and play, right? So my mom rocks that most game days.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, and they get their first one, and it's cool. And Zach, of course, getting recognized again for being a stud that he is. You still go back to that story and that signing, and you're just going like, how did this turn out in our favor, right? Like, you traditionally, Philadelphia don't get those signings, right? Those guys happen after they leave Philadelphia. You know what I mean? They leave Philadelphia and then become studs. We very rarely don't get those. We bring them here and they become studs, which is awesome to see.
For sure. I'm a little questioning the Cam Jurgens one now.
That one shocked me.
Little questioning. Again, I think Cam's good, but again, like similar to Jalen Carter, like he's had a down year.
Yeah, and he's been dinged up all year.
He's been banged up. Like look, again, I think he's worthy of it. He's probably still a top 3 center in the NFC, right? Like at least on paper. But I think he's probably had a bit of a down year. He probably wouldn't have considered himself a Pro Bowler this year if you would have asked the question, right?
Right.
But again, it's nice to see, getting recognized because again, it's a very difficult position to play, especially because he's undersized and because he's banged up. So good for him to being able to get to go as well.
Keep in mind what helps too is winning. We're the defending champs, albeit we looked like shit at some portions of the season this year, but nonetheless, we're 10-5, NFC East champs. Winning gives you the benefit of the doubt. So if you take a guy like a Jurgens or a Carter, or where if they had the same kind of year and we were 5-10, well, they're probably not getting the nod.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So winning helps, boys. And I'll say this, and I got to run. I think we win the football game 31-21 up in Buffalo. Let's go get a dub. I wish everybody a happy, safe holiday season. Wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Enjoy. I hope Santa brings everybody everything they want. And enjoy the time with your family. I'll let you guys carry it the rest of the way.
Before you go, Tommy's muted.
Merry Christmas, Craig. You guys do this to me every time. I come in.
I saw you get all animated.
I know. I didn't even talk yet. You know what I mean? You guys already hit me with the muted. I didn't even get a word out. I was just waving hands. Try to get in. Wish the guy Merry Christmas. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness.
Merry Christmas now. Have a good holiday.
That's all I have for you.
Who's your players again?
All good.
Where's the game now?
You know what? In honor of his Pro Bowl selection, give me Q. He's going to finally get a pick 6, damn it. Come on. Josh Allen is great, but he likes to throw the ball up there sometimes.
He sure does.
Gets up in that wind and flutters the wrong way, So give me a Quinion pick 6, a 31-21 Birds win, and on the offensive side of the ball, QB1, why not? Let's go.
There you go. No, Merry Christmas to you guys.
Right back at you. You boys have a great one.
We'll see you, buddy.
All right, now, Merry Christmas, buddy.
Later, brother.
Mystics Misfits. Yeah, we talked about that, brother. JD's going to play with that play angry after that Pro Bowl sub. That's the silver lining, Mystics, right? is he's going to be pissed off, and hopefully that pissed offness takes us through a deep run into the playoffs. What up, Tommy?
Again, we hope that these guys don't have to deal with the Pro Bowl week or whatever it is.
Yeah,
hopefully we're a little busy. So,
Tom, we had a little fun poll question. Pro Bowl voters deserve to get coal after snubbing Jordan Davis. Do you agree or disagree?
Well, you mean the fan base?
No, the voters.
The voters.
Well, is the Pro Bowl not voted on by partially fans as well?
A little bit, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't give a rat's ass about a Pro Bowl. I haven't gave a rat's ass about a Pro Bowl since Sean Taylor. And anybody that really cares that much about it, I just don't put a lot of stock into it. I care about all pros.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I've always cared about. I feel like it's not a popularity contest, and that's where the best players get selected. So I don't. Yeah, they deserve to get cold because they're morons. So of course.
Yeah.
But nothing to do with Jordan Davis. They've been doing this for years. Again, I'm an all-pro guy. I just think it makes more sense, even though Pro Bowl is cool for the fans and everything like that. But isn't it partial fan voting still, or no?
Yeah, it is. Yes.
Okay, so then I mean, the fans didn't vote them are morons for sure. But how many people outside of Philly and outside of Georgia really know an interior defensive tackle that isn't like a double-digit sack guy? How many of you guys know outside of Vita Bay? Right, like outside of Vita Bay, because he whooped our ass. How many, you know what I mean? How many interior D tackles do you really know that are run stoppers first, get to the quarterback second?
No, you're right. I probably can't name a bunch of them, and we watch a lot of football.
No, again, hey, the last one that I know that was actually really that good was Aaron Donald. He retired, so I couldn't tell you. Quentin Williams, he's a Pro Bowler. He just got traded
for the NFC.
Yeah,
Quentin Williams and Jalen Carter couldn't have picked the worst year to put Jalen Carter on the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, man,
and the game itself, or whatever they call that now, the flag football skills competition is complete garbage. But these guys, they all have clauses in their contracts for bonuses and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and hopefully he comes in as a replacement at some point, just in name, right? Defensive guys don't play especially defensive linemen don't play in the 7-on-7 flag football.
They might lift up the wall thing or whatever that is. Might do that, or run somebody over. I don't know. I haven't watched the Pro Bowl games or Pro Bowl since I was 7, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was here in Orlando a few years and couldn't care less.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't care less.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think people stopped caring a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
If I see Penei Sewell over Lane Johnson again for an All-Pro, I might lose my mind. But either way, let's go with that.
Yeah,
at least All-Pro first team.
Yeah. It was a joke. It was a complete joke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
complete joke. Now let's work through the Bills. Let's get to the Bills. Josh Allen is playing. I didn't realize that going into this week that there was a chance that he wouldn't play. Like that, hearing those news and those rumors or just reports were shocking to me because I didn't even realize. But then when you think about it, then it's like, all right, that's probably why you struggled against the Browns. You struggled against the Browns because Josh Allen wasn't able to be the Josh Allen that he needs to be for that team, because outside of him and James Cook on offense, they really don't have very much.
Yeah, especially after I watched their game this week against Cleveland. That game was on TV. I think that was the TV game, and then I had Red Zone on, and Josh, not for nothing, Josh Allen lost me a lot of money this past weekend, dude. I had money on Bills overs and all this other stuff, and Josh Allen's my fantasy quarterback in a couple leagues. I lost 2 semifinal matchups. So Josh Allen pissed me off a lot this week, dude. So I'm just sitting there just tough, man. But yeah, the Bills absolutely laid a stinker this past week. The fact that that game wasn't a blowout against Cleveland, even if it was in Cleveland, you're playing Shador Sanders. I think the other guy got in, the Oregon guy got in a little bit too, because Shador went out for a little bit. Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel got in?
Yeah, Dylan Gabriel got in. but yeah, like that game was miserable to watch. They were up like 2 touchdowns early too. I'm like, all right, cool, this is great. I had like the Bills like over points over for the game, like minus like 10 or something. I'm like, all right, cool. I can just chalk that one up. And I lost like 2 parlays because like they just didn't cover their end. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? But no, like their offense outside of James Cook and Josh Allen, none of their receivers are any good in my opinion. Dalton Kincaid, I think, is better than people think. Dawson Knox has been there for a while in their tight ends. Like, that's fine. Their offensive line's pretty good. And like, again, their defense is solid, but I think they're, for a year that like they don't have to deal with Patrick Mahomes, they're underachieving in my opinion. So, I mean, again, the Patriots are good you can say whatever you want about their schedule, but like you split with the Patriots. We were talking about it earlier where they've had some bad losses. Like they lost to the Dolphins, like they almost lost to the Browns. Who else did they lose to? They lose to the Jets,
to the Falcons, and they lost to the Texans.
All right, so that one's fine. But like 2 of their 3 losses, like or 2 of their 4 losses are pretty bad. So realistically, they should be like coasting to the 1 seed right now, I think. Right? Like not for nothing, going up to Buffalo is a difficult game. You also have to do that this week, but like they shouldn't have had to even think about fighting the Patriots. I think like they should control their own destiny as opposed to needing some help. So little underwhelmed. As good as Josh Allen is, like they should be better than they are, in my opinion. So
yeah. Yeah, those you can't. I know, and some of them are on the road, but if you have the MVP of the league and you got the guy that everyone thinks is the best player in the league, and I'm not saying he's not, but you have to be able to win those games against those inferior opponents. And they didn't even lose the games; they stunk in them. They go back to almost like the losses that we had to the Giants and to the Bears, where we shouldn't have lost those games. But yet, not only did we lose them, we looked bad in them. But they've had more than that, right? Like they've had more than those few clunkers where you can kind of chalk it up to just, all right, this is a bad game. They got caught, right? No, they've had a few of those performances where it makes you question really what's truly going on over there. Like, are they really as good as they are perceived to be? They're always going to be dangerous, but are they truly as good? And I don't know that they are. I don't know that they are. Earlier in the season, this game probably looked like a lot different of a game because of that perception. But heading into it, we're playing a little bit better. And I don't know that they can say the same thing for that. So I think this might be a perfect game for us to continue that role to the playoffs of playing really good football.
Yeah, I mean, considering it's a 1.5 point line, that tells me the Eagles are favored on a neutral field. Which, like a couple weeks ago, I'd be like, "Oh, we're playing the Bills. Shit, we're going to be 6-point dogs. Like that's not good." So the fact that over the last couple weeks, that's changed a lot. So it tells me a lot right now.
Yeah, I don't think it's up for debate. I think Josh Allen's the best QB in football. But I wasn't hearing you guys because I'm dealing with a mic issue, but I heard that portion. But I think he's the best player in football. But I don't think they're the best team in football. They have holes. They have things even on their defense, offensively. In the skill position spots outside of Cook. Their tight ends are solid. They got okay wide receivers, but it's nothing. Okay might be being nice too. So. Right. He does so much for their offense. He that's how they roll. They roll through him. And defensively, I just think they're frauds. I think they've been frauds forever. They got a defensive minded defensive coordinator. Got a job by being a great defensive coordinator. And that defense, I don't know if it's ever been damn good. I know it's probably been okay and good, but I don't know if it's ever been like, the Buffalo Bills are going to come smack you in the mouth. Yeah. With McDermott. So that's they haven't, I don't think they've drafted great that way.
That's always been their downfall, right, Tommy?
Yeah.
Like when they go up against the Chiefs, it's always the defense that blows the game for them.
Always. And that's tough when you're a defensive minded head coach. So I'm not knocking them.
That's a tough look.
Yeah, they're a playoff team. all those things. I feel better about us. Obviously, I going in this game, I do. I still think it's going to be a tough game. They're fighting for a lot more than we're fighting for.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when you factor that in, I'm thinking like 28-27 Eagles.
Real close.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be a close game too. I honestly haven't even decided if we're going to win or not yet. Especially after, honestly, like if the Bills had won more convincingly, I think I'd be more leaning towards the Eagles than I am right now. But especially after how bad the Bills played last week, they're gonna be like, all right, hey, we got to step our game up a little bit. So
yeah,
we'll see.
And I get all that, and that's all fine, and that's all makes sense. But then you're having another good team coming to town, though. It's not like the Browns are coming back into town, or you're going to get the Dolphins at home with Quinn Ewers playing, where you can go stomp on someone's throat, right? The defending Super Bowl champs are coming to town, regardless of how good or bad they've played on the season over the last few weeks. You still have a really good, really connected football team coming into town, and you better be on your P's and Q's. And I think that's the part of the Bills this year that has been there more often this year than it has in the past. Is they're not dictating the play, right? They're the ones being pro, or they're playing reactive versus proactive. Even in some of their wins, they're like you said, Tommy, their defense has been really bad this year. I mean, you give up 38 points to the Bengals, 34 points to the Bengals. You needed every inch of that game, and I think that was a Flacco game. The Bengals game was a Flacco game.
Look,
no,
so
that was Burrow. That was I think right before Burrow went down.
Yeah. Look, I checked these. I looked these stats up just to look at them. I didn't think they would be as close as they are. Everybody thinks Jalen Hurts had a bad year, right? Jalen Hurts had a bad year in people's minds, right? Merced. Jalen Hurts is thrown for 3,100 yards, 24 touchdowns, 6 picks, quarterback rating is 100, right? Josh Allen, 3,400 yards, 25 touchdowns, 10 picks, 103 rating. So people love to give Jalen Hurts shit, and not for nothing, Josh Allen has 1 more touchdown pass and 4 more picks than he does with only 300 more passing yards. Now, that doesn't include rushing yards. I think, again, Josh has probably had decent amount. I know Jalen has rushing, but strictly passing, where Josh Allen is exponentially a better passer than Jalen Hurts is, not that far off.
No.
Yeah, I think that's just really playmakers, right?
Sure.
That he doesn't have that Jalen has. It's part of it for sure. At the wide receiver position, everywhere else he's got playmakers. He's got a good offensive line. He's got a couple guys, wide receiver wise that do some things for him. But if he had AJ and Devontae, I'm sure those numbers would be up a tad up for him.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. But again, I think James Cook is probably a better receiving back than Saquon is. So he's getting those yards there.
Yeah, no, he does, and he gets he gets so much.
But again, just people love to look look at stats. People just love to look at stats, right? Just empty stats, there they are. That's what they are. Without doing anything. But yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I think a lot is the eyes, because he's got a bigger arm.
Yeah, for sure.
Bigger body, moves around quicker. So I mean, perception is and reality is he's better skill set wise over across the board, but his team's not as good, and that's why I think we got a chance to go up there and win. And
that matters.
Yep.
Right. That matters.
Yeah.
It's not Jalen versus Josh, right, guys? You know what I mean?
What's that?
Jalen versus Josh. It's
well,
for Eagles versus Buffalo Bills, I think we're a better team.
I agree.
They got home field, but we're a better team.
Yeah,
for sure. But people will I try to avoid national media as much as I can. But people, the Eagles are playing the Bills this week. It's Josh Allen versus Jalen Hurts. They're gonna put the matchup out there, right? And I'm not gonna disagree that Josh Allen is a better passer than Jalen Hurts, because I agree with that take. But people are like, oh, you can't go to stats this year and say that he's been that much better passing the football, right? And like again, Jalen's probably played worse than his stats show because he's had some really bad games. But like again, just looking on paper, they're not that far apart. Josh has obviously had more picks, but like people think that, again, Jalen's a worse passer. But again, like if you take care of the football, I'd like to think you're a pretty good passer of the football.
Yeah.
Isn't that the number one thing? At least
That's pretty important.
Yeah.
Absolutely up there, brother. You know what I mean? Absolutely up there. Again, the eyes, he's better. He's stronger. Those things, but sometimes he takes big chances. He's not scared to take chances, and that turns into a little bit more turnover game. So he's been known to turn the football over. But again,
right.
There's so much on his shoulders with that offense too. So I'll give him that pass that he turns the football over more than Jalen does. But to your point, like it's not like he's having this monster MVP season compared to what Jalen's having. Like there's one guy that's having that type of season. That's Matthew Stafford, at the quarterback position. That again, the numbers are off the charts.
Yeah.
Everybody else's numbers are. I mean, my guess. I haven't checked out every quarterback stats around the lake, but my guess is the rest of them are all around. At similar level. A couple 400 or 500 yards apart throwing. And then the difference maker from the good ones, the top 10, I like to put them. The top 10 guys don't turn the football over a ton. And that's where you break it down. If people want to tell me the best quarterbacks in the league right this minute, just go to interceptions, turnovers. They're your best guys. They're usually going to be your best guys.
There's no question about it. And to that point, like I find it funny that after either last week or it was probably the week before because he was a dud, but like now all of a sudden Josh Allen's like into the national media is the MVP. Right? And kind of to that point, right? Like, all right, then let's throw the comparison of stats up there because we know it's not the same, right? Like we can sit here and say, these QBs aren't the same, but if this guy is now all of a sudden MVP, what about this guy? Just as good.
Yeah, like
my team's just as good.
Listen, he goes.
Sure.
I'll throw you numbers. He throws 3 TDs. Rushes for a 4th. I'm just giving you some wild numbers. He throws for another 230 game. Rushes for 40. Say, I mean, shoot, his numbers are right in a conversation if there's no turnovers. Because now, what's his?
Absolutely.
Was that 30? What's he at right now? 27. I'm not looking at anything right now.
Jalen's at 20. Jalen's at 24. Josh is at 25 touchdown passes each.
Yeah, so if he throws like I still think you got to get up into that 30 window.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not putting him. I'm not putting Jalen in an MVP conversation. Because I don't care enough about it. Back to the Pro Bowl. I don't care enough about it. I'm here to try to get the broadsheet. I'm here to try to win Super Bowls as a fan. And the rest of that stuff's for bad teams or good teams, right? We're our parting gift. We got a Pro Bowler. Watch him play fucking flag football. I mean, I'm not trying to be this guy on Christmas. You know what I mean? But like, come on.
No,
I
don't
care about any of them. I told you guys, like, I care about the All Pro, and I care about because All Pros tell me if I got legitimate guys, and then there's just aren't fan favorites. And then you care about NFC title games is what I should say, right? I shouldn't even put it on like, hey, Super Bowls every year, but have an opportunity to be in an NFC title game year in, year out is where I consider a gold standard back at Jeffrey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I'm excited to see what happens this week, right?
Yeah,
I'm excited because again, again, the Eagles have played a couple lighter opponents recently, so I want to see what they can do this week.
Yeah, and they played a light opponent last week too, right? To your point, you guys talked
again,
about, I think, when I was kicking in and out, headphone wise. But he played a lighter opponent. They didn't show up with all intents and purposes. I thought that game was over. I thought they lost that game because when Cass said who won, I said, oh, the Browns somehow did. And then I said, hold on, I don't think they did. Hold on. And I went back and looked. I saw 23-20. I said, no, actually, they did not. They browned themselves. But to that point, I mean, if we have a 23-20 game against Las Vegas, we're flipping out. We have a 23-20 game last week against Washington, we're flipping out. So, again, both we had a game at home and away. That game was away for them. Listen, they're good, man. They're a lot of like us in a way. Like, they just had the Chiefs over there, and they haven't been able to beat them. And now they got to deal with New England again for another decade. So it just doesn't end for them. But I do think we're better. But you know what that comes down to? Like, dude, our MO is so freaking simple because how good our defense is. Don't turn the football over. Just don't. And you're most likely we're talking Sunday night and talking it up. That's what we're talking. We're going in the new year hot as a goddamn pistol, as the big fellow Uncle Wilson likes to say on Sundays, right? I mean, come on, hop on the ride with me right now. I mean, we are that win away from, as a fan base. Like I said on Sunday, I don't give a rat's ass about everybody else. I care about how we feel, but we're going to feel really good if we get a win anyway on Sunday, and then going into that air quote bye week, week 18. And here we go. And here we go with a home playoff game win.
Absolutely, for sure.
You forget a 4-game skid. You win Sunday. That 4-game skid, everything else. Watch the local media. Watch the local media, Homer Simpson, right? We'll watch the entire local media, the WIP, 97.5, the Fanatic, NBC Sports Philadelphia, all of them. They're just going in. And I'm not trying to, throw jabs again Christmas Eve here, but it's just a fact. The agenda is going to switch real quick. And that agenda is going to switch. Like, were we wrong? Like, were we wrong about Kevin Padula? Were we wrong about Jalen Hurts? Like, were we wrong about Nick Sirianni again? Were we whatever their issues were? Are we wrong? I said Sunday, right? I mean, you're going to walk out of here most likely with your 3 main guys, skill position wise, all over 1,000 on down years.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
And a tight end with a 10-piece nugget. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And tight end with his best year.
38.
My little, hey, here's my Dallas Goddard
everybody
pass right here.
everybody got a little taste.
Yeah.
Okay. And they did a good job of that. And again, I'm not crowning shit till it's over. I'm just saying they've done a better job of play calling. They've done a better job of design. Jalen's done a better job of saying what I told you guys. This isn't Tom. Look at you. You're the smartest football guy in the room. No, I'm not. I'm just telling you, we're built for him to use his damn legs, and it opens up everything else. The second he started using his legs, guys, what started happening with the running game? Oh, I don't know. They started running the football better. Oh, riddle me that. Oh, the big plays open up even more. Oh, riddle me that. Like, this is, again, we talked about identities 4 weeks ago, and I'm yelling and screaming. Their identity's been here for 4 freaking years, going on the 5th. Stop looking for a new one. Like, you won a ton of football games with this identity specifically, and you're going to be like, what else is out there? We're bored. And I feel like they get bored in the regular season. Like, we wouldn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, they get, let me try something else this week. They're bad against the pass. Let me go air 40 times.
Yeah.
Okay, that didn't age well. And I think that's what you get into. Plus, I think you get into, there was a period of bad play calling, and I thought terrible design and no rhythm, right? We all agree there. But again, man, through it all, we're talking resiliency. And even if they go loose, you know what I mean? Even if they lose Sunday in a good game, right? This is a tough group, dude. And the reason I got them winning Sunday is because there's one thing in the National Football League that will always travel around the country. It'll travel to London. It'll travel to Brazil. It'll travel to where they want to play at the goddamn Eiffel Tower. It'll travel there. Wherever you want to play it, defenses travel. And this one has for the last 2 years, this being the second of it, right? They travel. They'll travel and smack you in the mouth, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited, because we can take. Listen, he's prone for interceptions.
Absolutely.
He's prone to, like any great player, he's prone to try to do too much at times, which can create fumbles. Listen, we said it back in 2017, Greg. It actually got me on a BetMGM commercial. If my dogs come eat, if my dogs up front come eat, it's a wrap. I'm going to tell you that right now, too. If they come eat and they smack him around, now he's not a softie that's going to start getting happy feet or nothing like that. But if they're able to get to him and beat him up a little bit, especially with a bad foot.
But he's got bad foot, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you're able to hit him a little bit. I mean, listen, let's go. So if they eat, I feel like I'm going to win every game. I don't know if there's a team that beats us if our defensive front's on their A game. You tell me who it is. I don't know who beats us. What, Matthew Stafford? If they're on their A game, he's on his ass.
Yeah.
Jared Goff's out. We already saw that move. Okay. Give me NFC team.
Stafford. We've seen that play.
Brock Purdy.
We've seen that.
Brock Purdy's gonna be another. It's gonna be another rip UCL. I mean, and go down the line of guys. Who else? Sam Darnold. Yeah. I mean, he'll freaking be seeing. He'll be seeing ghosts, elephants, freaking rhinos, and it'll be like lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! So he'll be seeing everything. The only guy. There's one guy, and paint me up, but it is Caleb Williams, right? It is Caleb. Like, he's the one guy that he can break that down. He's maybe the one guy. I'm not overrating him at this point of his career. Just leg wise, I mean, come on, give me other NFC guys. I know.
Well, you saw what happened last year with Jaden Daniels.
I mean, that's it. For playoffs this year, that's it.
Those are playoff teams. But you saw a struggle last year with Jaden Daniels being something new, being more athletic, being more able to run. Yeah. Sometimes Caleb Williams looks like a wide receiver running back with how quick he moves and cuts in and out, like, through this stretch. So no, Tom, you're absolutely right. That is probably the one guy that we sit there and draw up who we potentially could play in the playoffs, and it gives you a little pause. Gives you a little
I'll tell you, that's the one team I'm scared.
And then he's also just beat us.
Listen, I'll tell you why I'm scared of them. And I'm not scared of them because they're not going to beat you twice in a year. I believe that. So that takes my worry away. But just in terms of resilient, find ways to win football games, and they'll take you to the wire, and they're never out of it. And they believe that now. Mm-hmm. And they got a damn good head coach, okay, and a damn good quarterback, right? And they take the football away a lot. They are dangerous. They are the dangerous. That's a dangerous team. I don't look at the Rams dangerous. Seattle doesn't scare me. See, I already had this conversation about San Francisco. Like, come on in. We'd love to have you. I mean, please, I'm begging you to come on, have a seat at the table. All right. And I'll be smacking around the backyard in 10 minutes. Okay. In 10 minutes, it'll be Josh Johnson, me again.
But that's it.
Yes, no, that's it.
Because the other one's the South, and at this point, the Panthers, Bryce Young or
Bryce Young beats me. Yeah, they're a better team. A lot of credit goes to Bryce Young. He's gotten better. Tate McMillan is an absolute pimp. So home run on the draft there for them in Carolina. Definitely a better football team, right? But if they walk into this building, I don't care if that game's played on a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't care. That cannot happen. If that happens, and we got, if the 5'7" quarterback comes in here and belts the ass us, we weren't supposed to be going deep anyway then. Right.
Like, we may have a problem.
Mm-hmm. And now we won't get them because we're not going to get the kills.
No.
So, we don't have to worry about getting them. But
I mean, very remote outside chance. But yes, mostly.
Yeah, very, very, very low chance we play them.
So, like, San Fran, they scare you? I mean, I'm not looking ahead here. We're in the playoffs, so I'm allowed to look ahead. But, I hate doing that. But who puts the fear in you? I told you. I think the only one that semi fears me a little bit is Chicago. Now, the Rams do. The Rams do. But we own that ass. So until that's done, I'm scared of you.
Look, so here, look at the playoff teams, right? I'm not afraid of Seattle.
Go ahead, Ryan.
No, you're good. I'm not afraid of Seattle. Not afraid of them whatsoever at all, right?
Excellent.
So, okay. Like you just said, the Bears, who we probably had our worst game of the season against, so that's not going to happen again, right? We're the 3. Again, I hope not. Whoever the hell we play, Caleb Williams in his first ever playoff game. Okay, second ever playoff game. Whatever.
And having a comeback here again,
depending on what happens, but yeah, absolutely. You're not playing the NFC South. Whoever they play, they're losing to the 5 seed. right? And then, either San Francisco or the Rams, right? You've already beaten the Rams this year, okay? San Francisco, I'm not afraid of at all. They're banged up hard as hell. They're going to try to block Jalen Phillips with a tight end, and Brock Purdy's going to get hurt again, so that's fine. And then whoever gets the 7 seed, whether it's the Lions or the Packers, who you beat both of them already this year.
I would love that fucking Matt LaFleur. I would love to smack him around. I love a good Matt LaFleur.
Fill it up, dude. Like, look, I forget who said it. I forget who said it earlier this year or earlier in the show. Like, there's not a clear number 1 team in the league this year. There's not. I
think you're wrong.
There's not.
You're wrong, but right. You're wrong, but right. There is.
It's the Rams, but we've already beaten them.
No. Guys. This is not Homer talk. This is the facts. Who's had the toughest schedule in the National Football League? Who's had the toughest test and actually won those games? When those games were important earlier in the year, some big ass wins this football team had. Let's not ever run away from what this season was, what this schedule was, even though I poo-pooed it, earlier on in the year. But I still said that's crazy. And as we went through it, it's gotten crazier. The fact that you didn't have back-to-back home games, the fact that you played on a Thursday, a Friday, a freaking Monday, you played all over.
You had 4 short weeks.
Yep.
4 short
weeks. Like the NFL did the Eagles 0 favors. And all the Eagles did say is we're going to be the only team in 20 years to go back-to-back division titles in the NFC East. And we're back, baby. And we're still here. And they were able to figure it out here as they went on. But, nobody's had a tougher schedule. Nobody's had bigger wins across the board. Right? If you want to talk about like strength of schedule, if it's like college football, we're like, or it's NCAA, we're getting ready for March Madness, and we're strength of schedule on it. Name a better strength of schedule. So to say there isn't the clear favorite, the only reason that's the reason is this team doesn't have 12 wins right now. Right? It makes sense. That's where the perception isn't there. But if we're really looking at it and taking a step back, even as Eagles fans, dude, the reigning Super Bowl champs, right, is at the hardest schedule in football, not even like a Chiefs schedule. It's the hardest one in years. And they won their division and they're back in again. Like, to me, until somebody beats that team, they're still the best team. Because we've watched in years past, we watched the Patriots win 11 games and go win a Super Bowl. We watched the Chiefs win 11 games and go win a Super Bowl. So, like, that's light turn on time then. Because this team has had a history of light switching. They have. They had 1 year where they didn't light switch, 2023, because there wasn't a switch in the world. Like, the electricity was out. It was done. There wasn't a generator. You could have a VJ Edge come in from the Bahamas with a generator. Nothing would have worked here. But every other year, come playoff time, turn it on and let's go. So 2 out of 3 years, light switch. Come on. Then how isn't there? How aren't they not? How are they not the clear cut number 1, even though they're not number 1? Because we get caught on where everybody finishes.
Fair enough.
Number 1 team in the NFC. That's what the record says. Okay, dude. The other team that's won a freaking Super Bowl, okay, has dealt with injuries and everything else, has dealt with you giving us the worst schedule in NFL history, and then we follow that up by being back in the dance again.
Again, like, look, hey, that's, more credit to them and the team for, the perseverance, especially after playing as late, playing 20 games last year, 21 games last year. That's a lot, right? And obviously you've weathered the storm. You've had guys retiring on you. You've had guys stepping away. You've had dealt with injuries. I guess it's like we're more locked in on the Birds. At least, you don't think of them as being the best team in the league. But I guess if you're looking at everybody else and they're not the best team in the league, what's the other option at this point?
Yeah.
So
I said it earlier in the year, right? And I think it was on this show. We were going through and talking, and Noah was like, there's no, I think it was Noah that brought it up both times. And earlier in the year, I think I said the same thing. It was like, it's us. It might not look like us, but it's us. But yeah, so real quick on the schedule, there was a post on X. I thought I bookmarked it so I could pull it up, but I couldn't find it. But we had games on 5 different days. We played every day. Played every day that there's games: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. There were for a few weeks where we did get the extra rest because of all the short weeks, though, right? But so we've had 2 back-to-back road games, week 6 and 7, and then week 16 and this week and last week 6, 7. A whole bunch of late divisional games, right? You had the Cowboys late in the year, and obviously 2 Washington here, and then we did have one of the most difficult wins, facing 10 teams that made the playoffs previous years. Tommy, to your point, and a lot of those games we won. In those early games, especially, we won. The only thing that worries me about the Rams, we have owned them, and I think McVay does come up short and small in a lot of big moments. Although he did win, they are due to beat us. That's the only thing. It's just it comes back to being due, right? We've played them so much. You have to think sooner or later that they are a good team, that they're going to get over our hump. And I just hope it's not this year, because I bet you we're seeing them again.
That's a funny way to say it too. Like, get over our hump. You know, they got to get over their own hump. They got to get over their own hump against us, right? Yeah. And I agree with you, Greg, to a point, right? But sometimes when you just own an ass, you own an ass for some reason.
It's true.
But to your point, does it ever end, or is it just, hey, we got your number, right? And you come in all fired up, like this is time we're gonna get revenge, and you're all revenge game. And then sometimes when you're too revenge games, you can be too jazzed up. Like, I was mentioning one of my players today about baseball, but I brought in football because he's a football guy, and I just wanted to correlate it with him about, like, what do they tell you in football? They tell you the same thing. Like, we tell you in baseball, do less at the plate, right? But in football, they're essentially telling you the same thing by saying, do your job, which means what is your gap responsibility, right? All those types of little things, like, where are you supposed to be in the cover 2, right? As a safety, where are you supposed to be, right? Are you in the spots you're supposed to be? Are you doing your job, or are you trying to do too much, right? And like defensive lineman, perfect example. You guys try to do too much, they're out of, they didn't hit their gap right? They want to get upfield too much. Bang, got a running play right by him. You see it all the time, right? So that's why it's pressed on these guys. It's like, do your job. I think it was a Bill Belichick one. Like, everybody does their job. Everybody does their job. We're gonna win. So, like, I don't know where the hell I was going with that now, but
no, I mean, I get it.
The revenge factor. Yeah. Sometimes you be too jazzed up, and now you're not playing like, you're not playing gap responsibility or things you need to do, and you're playing hair on fire too much, and you're a dog on a hardwood floor. So sometimes that's what goes against maybe the Rams or even like the Niners per se. They came in here with some of the same guys, maybe, they could be overly jazzed for a football game too, and then you get smacked around.
Yeah.
No, I think what you're getting at here is, like, you have to keep the even keel, right? If you start like shaking, right? You start shaking, like, that's the problem. Like, if you're just like this all day, then you're good, right? So yeah, I mean, it makes a ton of sense.
Even when you when you lose 2 or 3 games in a row, right? It's like, to that point, right? Are you here? Like, we talk about not here as a player, like, not too high, not too low. Yeah. So even that, can you just ride that? Can you stay? Not easy to do.
I think it'd be a lot easier, like, with the Rams specifically, right? So this isn't just the Nick Sirianni thing. Like, it's a Sirianni thing. Like, Doug Peterson owned him as well, right? Like, the Eagles have owned the Rams for the last decade, more or less, right? So I think if you were talking about maybe a Chicago or a Green Bay or some like the Bucs, like we had problems with, right, where we go somewhere and they have a different different atmosphere. At least with LA, there's no Rams fans. You go out to LA, it's half Eagles fans, right? So, like, I think that's a bit of a difference there. So if you end up going there, depending on whatever happens in that division, right, they're either coming back here where this is a fucking house of horrors for them, right? Or we got to go to LA and it's half Eagles fans anyway. So who really cares, right? I think that's a big difference in that relationship versus, like, if you have to go into Green Bay, right, or somewhere else like that. So.
And I think what it might be, because as we're talking through this, it's starting to click in my mind. Look at the style of quarterbacks. Matthew Stafford, pocket passer. Jared Goff, pocket passer. Jordan Love, pocket passer. Yep. Brock Purdy, pocket passer. Or just whoever's playing for San Francisco, because we've seen them all.
Mm-hmm.
They're all pocket passers.
Yeah.
What has given us issues in the past? Jaden Daniels being mobile. Caleb Williams this year being mobile. Jackson Dart being mobile. Earlier this year when you look at our losses. So I as we're talking through this, it's almost like ding, light bulb, hello, idiot. Those drop
Justin
out.
Herbert being the rushing leader for like the Chargers in that game. Like
early part of the game, he was a pocket passer because he didn't want to run.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then once he started getting mobile, that's when they flipped their switch for us. Because what those big plays, as you said, as you mentioned, Rod, were picked up by his feet, not by his arm.
Yep.
We locked his arm down.
His pass rating in that game was awful. He ran for like 70 or 80 yards, and like it was all on third down too. Like he just get him downfield, and like just crazy stuff. But yeah, like if you can contain these, like again, pocket passers. We just talked about our how good our secondary's been.
Our Pro Bowl secondary.
Right? We just talked about how good our secondary's been, and like how guys are getting snubbed from making the Pro Bowl on the D line. And then you got like Nakobe Dean is a really good blitzer who can. If these guys are standing still in the pocket, Nakobe's obviously shown he can blow up running backs, and Zach Vaughn's good going side to side. So like, look, as long as these guys don't have time to sit back there and throw all day, or they're not escaping the pocket, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Who do we have back? We got Jalen back. Carter.
Should have both back. Jalen and
Lane's back too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kobe's out, right?
No, I think that Kobe's in.
I didn't think he practiced. I could be wrong.
I think he's fine.
His name on the
I think he's okay. I know he said. I know he told somebody on Sunday that he could. If the game would matter, he probably could have came back in and played that game. So he'll be okay.
The funny thing on the injury report today that I saw was AJ Brown did not participate. Teeth.
He had wisdom teeth surgery. I think.
Oh, did he actually? Okay.
yeah.
I didn't hear.
Wisdom teeth out. Wisdom teeth out on what day?
Probably yesterday or today.
Probably yesterday, I would assume. I'll probably assume yesterday.
I missed it. Nakobe did practice. Landon didn't practice, and Lane didn't practice.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So like today's practice. I only thought that Jalen Carter was the one that officially was.
Jalen was a full participant today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Again, practice, but they all talk like he's playing.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lane, I heard on Sunday that Lane was going to play this week. And then I heard same thing about Nakobe. Like they'll be fine for next week. They'll be fine for next week. So
Jordan Davis said it on the field that he was okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He said it on the field, which I found strange because it was right away.
Yeah. So I'm not worried about them.
I'm sure they'll do a walkthrough tomorrow, and then another practice, and then a final practice on Friday. Which you'll probably see a bunch of these guys pull up.
They walk through tomorrow.
Oh, maybe they do a full-fledged practice. I'm just thinking, maybe Christmas.
I thought it was Christmas. I thought that might be a shutdown day for them, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, they'll release it. They'll release an injury report and just call it a walkthrough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they might do like some meetings or something, but like I think they'll probably have like some sort of practice Friday. And, like maybe more than a walkthrough on Friday than they would normally do, just because of the holiday. But hey, look, in Buffalo this week, it's going to be 45 degrees. We're not getting snow up in Buffalo. It might be a little rainy. Yeah, it might be a little rainy, but I feel like that works out better for us, especially with our passing game compared to theirs.
For sure.
Might be a little replay of 2 years ago when it was a swampy mess in South Philly. We're in the Kelly Greens.
I thought that was one of Jalen's best games of his career.
It was great. They had a phenomenal fourth quarter comeback.
Came back in that fourth quarter and overtime.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The Jalen they go 5 wide spread and then he runs a quarterback draw against the blitz and he ran it in from 15 yards out. It's great. Smitty had a nice touchdown catch in that game. Zacchaeus had a nice touchdown catch in that game. Alamadeus Zacchaeus went up against might have been Jordan Poyer. Had a good touchdown catch.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I remember that. He dropped a big ball on Monday?
Yeah.
He dropped a big ball. So, right, you were coming on.
By the way, what a monster win by Hawaii here. Anybody checking out the late night Sheraton Hawaii ball?
Did they win?
They
I know, they were down.
They scored a touchdown with 10 seconds left.
Whoa.
They were down 21-0. What's the score?
35-31.
Oh,
Let's go. Rainbow Warriors, baby. Let's go. Heck yeah. Love me some late night whack action. Love that. All right, what were you gonna say, Greg?
Well, you're talking backstage, maybe on the show, that this might be a rare pick of an Eagles loss for you.
It might be.
After all discussion and talking through it. Are you still there? Or did we sway you? Are you back?
Look, man, I hate picking against the Eagles. I really, really do.
But
no, I can't do it. Can't do it. I think our offense as a whole is better than their offense. And again, we already talked about their defense. So if this game was being played in Philly, I would actually pick the Eagles. If it was going to be a snow bowl game, I'd probably pick the Bills. But after looking through everything, I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be real close. Maybe like one of those whoever has the ball last type scenarios here. Let's go. We have a weird score. Let's go 26-23 Birds. 26-23 Birds. It's gonna be a very tight game. Very, very tight game.
So you
Jake Elliott hits a game
you
winner.
got a Jakey to end it.
Jake Elliott
shaky
winner.
Shaky Missy Elliott to end it. Oh, that would be.
Look, man. We're getting to the nitty gritty out here. Jake, the making the playoffs is getting ready for January. You know, holiday season's here. Jake's gonna come clutch here. He's gonna kick a field goal with a minute left. We're gonna win the game.
Oh,
minute left.
You're giving Josh Allen a minute, and we're still winning that football game. Oh, we swayed you. We swayed you big time.
No, defense is there. I was more worried about like what's the offense going to do, and just looking like specifically playmakers that we have, and more or less the weather. If it was going to be a crappier day, might be the other way, but no, not for nothing. Mac Hollins isn't swaying me a whole lot. So if he's still even there, he's on the Pats now. He's on the Pats
now.
Oh well, shit.
And he's a weirdo. He's a flat out.
He is a weirdo. He really is a weirdo. As long as James Cook doesn't go insane, I think the Eagles win this game. As long as James Cook doesn't have like 200 all-purpose.
That's probably good. And I don't think he would. We've been a lot better against the run because of our snubbed Pro Bowl defensive tackle has been awesome this year. Absolutely awesome.
He's been so good. So good against the run. BG's been really good since he came back. Jalen Phillips is a lot better in the run defense than I thought he was going to be. So good for him. And as long as Nakobe's there playing healthy, I think Nakobe, if I can jump ahead here, defensive player of the game is going to be Nakobe Dean. He's going to get 2 sacks against Josh Allen this week.
Oh, like Willis Reed coming out of the locker room all hobbled up.
He's going to have a couple specialized blitzes here and big situations, a couple big sacks. Because Josh Allen does get sacked. For somebody who's mobile, he does get sacked a decent.
That's what annoys me sometimes about Jalen too, because Jalen's the same way. Mm-hmm. For as mobile as he is and whatnot, you're right. He'll get sacked, and sometimes in some absolute terrible situations where you're like, Jalen, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So.
Yeah, so he's the same way. It annoys me at times, but I think he's gonna pull it out. Maybe it's being a homer, right? Or maybe I'm trying to keep the vibes going and keep this football team rolling in the right direction. I get a decent margin of victory. I'm going 32-21. 32-20.
Double-digit win. I like it. Talk dirty.
And I don't need it, right? Like we talked like the guys on Eagles Talk on Monday. Like Brinks was, I need a double-digit win. I need a belt-to-ass win to feel good about it. And then,
What?
but I'm not there.
No.
I just think that we're better. I don't even need a win, to be honest with you. I'm just not going to pick against them, right? Like you could, like I think Tommy, I think you said it earlier, like a competitive game that you just happen to lose. I'm good with it. We realistically are not playing for anything.
I just don't understand
Yeah.
why we need a double-digit win. Like, I feel good.
No, dude. Yeah, we come back.
It's Brinks. We got to remember it's Brinks.
Yeah. Look, we come back on the show next week, and the Eagles come with double-digit win in Buffalo. I'm picking us to win the Super Bowl. That's what's going to happen next week. That's what's going to happen.
Well, let's get crazy because I think it's happening. Because I don't.
Dude, they could win. They
Make it
could
happen,
win.
man.
They can win 27-24. I'll pick them to win the Super Bowl. Like, I don't think anything crazy. I mean, they go win 21-17. You know, you go up there and you beat a damn good football team in their building when they got more to play for than you do at the moment per se. Even you have to play for seeding still. So that's important. But they're still playing for a division.
Yep.
So a little bit more on the line, but again, similar stuff on the line. But you go up there and you take care of business, and your winners are 3 in a row, and you're defending champs. How am I not picking you to go back? You know, it's sort of hard not to. I mean, I'm just being a hater of them. I'm like, yeah, well, they didn't look great. Like, what? You watch football?
Yeah.
We watch around the league, or you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of these guys don't. You know, when you're talking about your Brinkies of the world.
Yeah.
You know?
No, absolutely.
I wonder if they do.
Yeah, Greg, we could be playing for the 2 seed, but it's so very. I think it's like an 18% chance. Chicago would have to lose twice, right? Chicago would have to lose twice, and then I think other things have to happen. You know.
No, I think if Chicago loses twice,
we got to win out too. And
right, if Chicago,
are we going to really against Washington, knowing how much they hate us, knowing how dirty they already are? Are we going to risk that week 18 or week 17, 18, whatever week we're in? Are we going to risk that just for a 2 seed? Now,
look, if
down to who's the 1 seed, maybe to me.
We'll see. We'll see. I think you'll have a much better understanding of this Sunday night, because if the Bears lose this week,
are we waiting all day? Are we waiting all day for Sunday night?
We might have to.
Give me a little carry. Give me a little carry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, look, the Bears lose this week, man. I think
everything. I threw Rye off with that one. I threw him off. Rye's traveled and had too many brewskis for me to throw that in there.
Look, man, I was up at 5 a.m. The nap helped a little bit, but we're struggling today. But no, hey, man, love me some Carrie Underwood legs. Love those. They go on forever.
The best.
Yeah, 28, 27. I'm gonna stick with it.
You're sticking with your 26, 20.
Jake Elliott game-winning field goal.
We got 2 Jakeys. Oh, I like it.
Come on, bro. Have a response. You know what I mean? We were talking about Justin Tucker and the massages, you know?
Hello. That definitely happened. I mean, we're not replacing them, right? We're rolling with them. You might replace them next year, right? But for this year, you're rolling with them. And you're not bringing somebody in 2 weeks in at the end of the year. You know, just good football. It just doesn't happen.
No, it does not.
Justin, I laughed at the Justin Tucker. I laughed. I'm like, come on, guys. There's so many bad kickers in the league, and all of a sudden, now we're clamoring for Justin Tucker to come back.
Yeah. No, I'm good with Jake Elliott for the moment. I could be very out on him very quickly. Obviously, you know, you go up there and you miss a field goal for the win. Then Houston, we got a big time problem.
I mean, give my guy a little bit of confidence. You know, it's a tough place to kick up in Buffalo. My guy hits a couple field goals this week. Jake to make. You know, again, like I said, going into playoff time. I mean, what was our record last year when Jake misses a kick?
We actually won when Jake misses kicks.
I think we just win when Jake misses kicks. So, like, maybe we need to keep him around just because of that.
A little reverse psychology here.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Football's weird, man.
It is weird.
Good shit. Players of the game. Let's get players of the games, and then we'll get out of here.
I already did my defense.
You
I
went
took Nakobe.
defensive. So let's stay there
Nakobe.
defensively.
Yeah.
You got Nakobe. Noah
2
went
sacks.
Q.
Mhm.
I'll go snub boy. Give me JD. Give me JD. 4 tackles and a sack and a half. I don't know how JD is gonna track down Josh Allen, but my guy's on a mission, so he's gonna ball out this weekend.
I think it's got to be a big game from the ends to be able to contain him to allow Jordan Davis to get in the backfield.
Give me J.X. Hunt. Give me 2-piece.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
I feel like I picked him last week. I don't remember what he did.
But he did well.
Yeah,
he was around the football again.
He's been playing really well, so let's take him again.
He has. He was my pick early in the year for a double-digit sack, and obviously we're not getting to that number, but his production has gotten better.
Well, people gave Josh Sweat the goddamn pressure rates for years here. I mean, Josh Sweat got sold, and I like Josh, but people made him out to be like, it was Myles Garrett. Like, his pressure rate. I love the pressure rate. Okay, bro, he get home sometimes. And he did. But my point is I feel like J.L.X. right now is a young guy. His pressure rates are up there. I just feel like he's around the quarterback a lot. So yeah, that's my guy.
Yep.
Offensive.
The Bills got torched last week on the ground by the Browns.
They get torched to the ground all the time.
I gotta take Saquon. This might be a monster game from Saquon this week.
I think Jordan Poyer's out for them as well.
Nice. Okay, even better. Give me Saquon's going for $150 and 2 touchdowns this week. $150 and 2 touchdowns. Massive Saquon game. You're going to see a burst touchdown this week. You're going to see one for like 60+ yards. You're going to see one of those this week. Calling him out.
Joey Bosa didn't practice. Dalton Kincaid didn't practice. Dawson Knox didn't practice. Jordan Poyer didn't practice. Matt Prater didn't practice. Shaq Thompson, Cam Lewis, Teron Johnson, and Josh Allen were limited.
So they're banged up.
They are banged up.
Nice. Love to see it. All right.
I love the headlines around Josh Allen playing like the Eagles fans, like, oh, Buffalo giving cold to the Eagles fans because Josh Allen's playing. Like, we want Josh Allen to play. We don't want to go up and beat Mitchell Trubisky. You know what I mean? Or whoever the backup is. Is it Matt Barkley?
Who the hell is it?
I don't even know who it is.
And like, why? I couldn't tell you. I want to play your best, bro. I'll tell that person. Like, we just hit Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Where you at, big guy?
Merry Christmas.
Where you at?
I'll go find the tracker. I was on the tracker.
It is
a lot
Mitchell
today,
Trubisky.
Is it Mitchell?
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
Listen, we're the defending Super Bowl motherfucking champions. So whoever's like begging for a backup, okay, you probably kissed your fucking sister on the lips. So literally, shut the fuck up. With all due respect, like, knock it off.
Yeah.
I don't know how that correlation comes together there. I'm just
Mitchy Poo. Yeah,
like, we're tired over here. You know what I mean?
Long day out here.
Offensive player of the game, brother.
Yeah, I don't know. Who'd you take?
I took Saquon.
I know you took. Who'd you take?
I didn't take anybody yet. I was giving you the next choice.
Well, you were giving to me because you didn't know one right now. You didn't feel one yet.
No, I have an idea who I'm going to go, but I'm going to let you go.
No, I'll let you. We saying, you went before. I mean, I came in late. Don't let me. I ain't here to hijack nothing when I come in late. If I'm late, I'm third fiddle or fourth fiddle or fifth. You know what I mean?
I'm going AJ. I'm going Tooth Boy. I'm going 2 guys that are coming in. I got my tooth. Nope. They're buns. They're buns on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Who did I take last week? Saquon?
I think you took Saquon. That's what comes to mind.
It's a Jalen game. It's a Jalen game. I need 50 on the ground. Back to that 40, 50 piece on the ground. Throw for 220. Right? All purpose, be around 275. It's a good number. No picks, no fumbles. 3 total touchdowns. However they come.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
like
3
it.
totals. Because I agree with Rye. I can see a big Saquon game here too. So absolutely.
I want to give a little.
What up, Scooby Doo? What up, Scoobs? What up, Scooby Snack? What up, babe?
I want to give a little shout out to Fred Johnson, who, since he came in that one game after Lane went out and like solidified the second half. I forget which game it was. To be honest with you, but I think he's only allowed like 1 or 2 quarterback pressures and no sacks since Lane's been missing time. So really good from that guy to be able to step on in and really, again, like I said earlier, when with like cornerbacks and linebackers and like offensive linemen, if I don't hear your name, you're playing awesome. So really good out of Fred Johnson to be able to step on in for a guy who's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Good to him there.
Yeah, no doubt. And another underrated probably move that people overlooked right there at the end of the preseason, right before the regular season, to bring him back to help solidify that depth that is so much needed in the NFL over now an 18-game schedule. Anything Sixers related, Tommy? You need to get anything off your chest, Sixers related?
Nah, that's just a goddamn bad loss last night. And I'll sort of chalk it up to what's going around. In that locker room, obviously the flu's flying around. The guys, missing because of it. More guys last night. So I don't know. I got issues. They got, I don't know. They haven't played good together, the 3 of them, at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest concern. Really, I mean, that was Tyrese Maxey's worst game. I remember in a while, because it was really only 2 makes, because the third one came with, say, like 30 seconds left. Like no impact on the game type. So yeah, that's all I have on that. They got it.
Similar from me there. Bad games out of Tyrese and PG last night. And B had a really good game though, for what it's worth. He was 8 of 13, so he had a really good game. Again, hey, NBA season starts tomorrow, boys, or today actually. NBA season really starts today.
Sadly, we're not playing, which you
get a little prime action though on Friday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, like look,
on the Amazon Prime mobile.
I do, but it's a little hurtful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a
little hurtful. I prefer,
especially when it turns out to be 3 dud games from the NFL, right? Of Dallas, Washington with a 3rd string quarterback. We got three string quarterbacks going in each of the games.
I don't think there's any playoff implications going on tomorrow whatsoever.
Not the way the season's turned out.
I don't think so.
I'm sure the NFL thought there was going to be.
100%. Same reason they put the Eagles
division
against
matchups at
Washington.
the end of the year.
Yeah. Same reason they put the Eagles against Washington 2 of the last three games of the season. Like, these are going to be big games at the end of the year. Nope. Not even close.
Nope.
Rice, I missed that. Rasheed Rice got placed on IR.
Yeah, he got hurt last week.
I knew he got hurt. I didn't realize it was IR, but I guess with 2 games left.
Another guy who chalked me in my fantasy semis, but either way, whatever.
Dallas, Washington, Detroit, Minnesota, and Denver, KC. I wonder if those numbers will outdo the NBA numbers on their day.
No, all those games stink. Maybe, but like all those games stink out loud.
Yeah, that's like put them on and it's just background noise. You know what I mean? Not like
that's what the NBA was in my house growing up. Like, the NBA's on.
Yeah,
bored. I mean, I'm going to talk to my aunt right now. I'm gonna go sit in front of the TV for a little bit.
Tomorrow we got Cleveland, New York. That's kick it off. You got Spurs, OKC. That should be a good game. Dallas, Golden State, Houston, LA, and then late game, Minnesota, Denver.
That OKC,
Decent slate of games.
Real good.
The Spurs have beaten OKC twice.
Yeah, Spurs OKC is awesome. I hit it at 2:30 because I feel like I'll be in the car, but
yeah,
that's probably the best one. I like Denver, Minnesota to wrap my night up. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Tell my dad.
What's up, boys?
Oh, what up? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It's good, but I had Hawaii. He had Cal.
Whatever, dude. Whatever, man. I won last year.
Love a walk-in. Yeah, let's go.
I won last year. What are you talking about? You're out of your mind. Whatever. I won the college bowl pool. I don't watch college football a whole lot. You're out of your mind. Whatever.
Who won last year?
I did. I won the college bowl pool. There's like 20, 25 guys that do it. I won last year. Shut your mouth. I won last year. Okay.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Shut your mouth. Yeah. Great move. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Oh man, it's great.
James, what up, James? Flyers
are playing good. Flyers are playing good.
Yeah, James, it's a fun hockey team to watch. It's like, say the same thing about the Sixers. They're fun. Flyers are fun. They're young. It's enjoyable. Yeah.
Well, speaking of enjoyable, everybody enjoy your Christmas. Thank you all for joining in. As you exit, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. Every Wednesday night, we are brought to you by our doc, Megan Mueller's Dr. Paul Vidal. Find him on the web. Let him know the guys at A2D sent you. He'll take care of you. Ryan Elizik, Tom Arnone, Noah Eaton is wrapping presents right now. I'm Greg Milakovic. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays.
No, okay. Yeah,
I saw the finger. I didn't know.
Well, I was going to say one thing. If you got young kids that obviously believe in Santa, dude, enjoy this. This is exciting. Like, I'm jacked up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fired up. Like, you can wake me up at 5. I don't care. You know what I mean? Let's go. You know what I mean? We got a hoopy. We're I don't know if you guys have ever seen those before, but they're awesome. And they used to make I think they used to make big ones. Like, they made regular size, like ones for outside.
Okay.
And then they just had a demand, so they started making like minis.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So fire me up early in the morning. You can play. No, you can play people one-on-one. Like, if you had one and I got one, we can play.
Oh, it's sick.
Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool.
Sick.
So it's like it's a regular arcade game on steroids here. Like, plays music. You can watch a game on it while you're shooting. You know what I mean? Like, it could be another game and you're bucketing. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Fired up. So that's all. It's about the kids, not about me.
Make sure to clip this and send it as an ad read.
Yeah.
No free ads.
I want my money.
Yeah.
Show me the money.
My money.
Show me the money. Yeah, everybody, have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy it. Happy holidays to whatever you celebrate, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just enjoy it with the family. That's what it's all about, right? Enjoy yourself down there, brother.
Yeah,
Greg,
man.
Hey, I'm gonna be on the beach tomorrow, boys. Let's go. Hell yeah.
I mean, Greg kiss my ass down there, but right, you enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
That's not Tom. I only like 2 more anyway.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you. We will see you next week. Later.